Welcome back to Great Day St. Louis. We are approaching the one time a year when you can make changes to your health insurance, but that decision doesn't come without preparing for it. So what can you do now to prepare for open enrollment in November? That's where we turn to Erin Lapidus, the president of JBL Financial Services. And I want to just point out that we talk a lot about investing when you come on the show and retirement and all these different things. But one of the things that I find unique about your shop is that you specialize in this insurance.
Yeah, it's great because this is one of the top concerns that retirees have, not only approaching retirement, but while they're in retirement, we often hear about one of the largest expenses that you might have as you are retired is medical expenses. So this is one of the ways that we can not only help ease concerns of our financial clients, but also other individuals that are just looking for some additional assistance with Medicare.
And when is open enrollment?
Open enrollment begins October 15th and it runs through December 7th. So that's your opportunity not only to hear about new plans, but make changes. The other nice thing is that we get a little bit of a head start before October 15th. On October 1st is when everyone can start discussing all of the new plans that are available for 2026. Unfortunately, we're barred from doing that until then, just to keep things consistent for everyone.
And we're talking about Medicare.
That's exactly right.
And just so you know that, if you're 65 or older, this applies to you.
That's right. If you're over 65 and already on Medicare, this is your opportunity to take a look and see if you'd like to make a change from what you had this year to something new next year.
Because everything's constantly changing, and so there are different plans available at different prices and different options that might, and that's what Erin does, is sit you down and finds out what your situation is and then suggests what might work best.
Exactly. We have a process in our office where we ask you to fill out a really brief questionnaire that just says, you know, who are your physicians, what prescriptions are you taking? So that way when you sit down with one of our specialists, we'll not only have some options available, but we'll have options available that are specific to you and your needs.
So who qualifies for open enrollment? Anybody who's on Medicare, correct?
Anyone who is already on Medicare, this is your opportunity to take a look. If you're looking to join Medicare, you don't have to use this enrollment period to get in. There are other opportunities, and our office also assists with that. So if you have questions, please give us a call so you don't miss anything.
Right. As we approach these dates, what are some of the questions, we're seeing that now, to ask about coverage?
So the first thing we would suggest is many people that are already on Medicare have received their annual notice of change, which lets them know the current plan that they're on, what the new changes are going to look like. Please review that because you've got a couple weeks before you can see all the other plans that are available. That's the number one thing we would do. If you're comfortable where you are, you don't have to make a change. But if you see something you don't love or something's changed with your health, that's your opportunity to either give your current advisor or maybe us a call to say, I'd like an opportunity after October 1st to sit down with someone.
And it's not going to cost you anything. That's the beauty of it, right?
That is the nice thing, which is that our office is paid by the insurance companies that you select, so that means that we are paid on commission, so we do not charge for our services. That also means if you decide to stay where you are, then at least you know you made the right choice. There's no charges for that either.
And real quick, because we're out of time, but I know you don't have to make necessarily big wholesale changes. Sometimes you can just tweak things a little bit,
That's
too.
exactly right.
So that's all we're talking about, is making a little adjustment in which should be done. If you can't do it annually, then maybe every other year or something like that. But for expert advice, reach out to Erin and her team at JBL Financial Services. You'll be glad you did. Give them a call, 314-863-0008. You can also find them on the web at jblfinancial.com, and you can hear them on the Big 550 KTRS each Saturday morning from
9 to 11.
Yep.